honestly impressed with your
I have
activity on
time
here.
for it.
I just
I actually have time
how?
for it because
Yeah, it's
I don't
amazing.
have to be at work every day.
Oh,
That's
well,
what it is.
that's cool.
So I can
Oh,
actually
I
have time
see.
to do TikTok.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So that makes perfect sense. Let me put the volume up now that there's no echo. This is fantastic.
Mm.
Okay, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I know I have my
Perfectly.
cat ears. It's just like
I
ridiculous.
love cats.
Oh, do you have a
Both
cat?
do. Both do. I have many cats actually, but stray cats.
Aw.
I have
Did
like
you gather, do you round them up and feed them in the mornings?
yeah. I've been. They live in the backyard basically.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Profile pic oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, yeah, yeah. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I've been noticing that. And it's funny when people are liking or whatever's liking some of the videos that I've done, a lot of the times they don't have the picture, the video, and then their name. So I generally kind of block those people. I'm speaking to Mike right now. Yeah, it's a rough space. You just don't know what will happen. It's like it's always a surprise. At least when I get on here, it's always a surprise. It's like I don't know what's going on.
Mm. Something new. You're not
But
used.
I'm
You're
glad
still
that
not used to it. Thank you,
I'm
Mike.
not.
Thank you.
Aw, thank you. You're awesome.
Thank you
And
so much.
shame. And I was going through
Oh,
like
very
issues, and poor Mike was there sitting and listening to my drama. I was like, please don't, don't. But yeah, it's mainly to do with we were actually Mike and I were because he's also traveled. He lived the lifestyle I lived with I don't know if
Oh,
it
really?
was
Oh,
military or
he's a
diplomatic
traveler.
traveler. Yeah. So we
Oh,
were having a
okay.
discussion. Yes. Where have you lived, Mike? What were the countries that you moved to?
Your parents were diplomats as well. Let me
Military, raised
let me.
there you go. So military family, similar
Oh,
kind of
okay.
background.
Raised in military.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
we were having Mike and I were actually having a discussion on trying to find more international people to communicate with because right
Okay.
now in the United States, what's happening is, especially on TikTok, people are only focused on one location. And I'm like, I need to
Mm-hmm.
like diversify. This is not how the world is. I'm
Mm,
so glad
mm,
that you're
mm,
on here,
mm.
Lavanya, because
Yes.
yeah, you know what I mean? And you lived in the States too. We were in high school
Yeah.
together.
We were in high
So
school together. We
we
went
were
to
in
the
high
same high
school.
school, guys.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So we go way back. I mean, not to Indonesia years, but we do go pretty far back. So wait a minute,
Right.
how many years ago was that? That was 19, so I
We
left
we graduated in 98. It's been
in
it's been
98. That's right.
over 30 years already, hasn't it?
Holy smokes,
Am I counting
98.
this right?
Oh my God,
Almost
we're
30 years.
so old.
Almost 30 years.
Oh no. 30
Yeah.
states. Look at Mike says he's lived in 30 states, Germany, and many countries in Europe. Oh my
Wow.
goodness. That's so cool.
30 states. Wow.
That is so cool. Yeah, we're all I'm trying to find more people who have traveled the world too. I think it's
Mm,
important to kind of
yeah.
bring that into, how it is. You've probably experienced, were your parents diplomats? I don't remember the reason, or were you just,
My dad was in agriculture department, but he
oh,
got
I
sent to the
see.
US. But he's
Okay.
been around the world for it too. Like for his work, doing his
Right,
work, he's been
right.
around the world as well.
Did
But
you
he was
travel with
only
them?
placed, no, no, he was only placed in the US. And I stayed
Oh,
there for a
no.
long time.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
But
We've
but
never
he
really had this.
but he
That's so cool.
I'm a nomad, unfortunately. See, I wouldn't call me a nomad because I've only lived in one country other than Indonesia. So,
Oh my
but
gosh.
my dad's traveled everywhere, but he's only lived uh, in the U.S. other than Indonesia. But he's traveled around the world
Give me a
because
two
of his
seconds.
job.
I'm gonna talk while I just fix my poor fur baby up. He's having a
Amy
moment.
Terrell, welcome.
We're we're we're
Downside is no foundation. Okay.
we're talking here, but let me just do this
Hmm.
quickly because my Dior is like Having a moment. Yes, you're having a moment. I know. Hold on. There you go, Dior. Okay, do you want to go outside? It's like, yes, please.
You've never been to Indonesia? Bali is in
Oh, it's
Indonesia.
beautiful. So
Bali
beautiful.
is there. I mean,
And
yeah,
the
I mean,
food.
that's probably
Oh my
the
goodness.
food is great. Definitely
The
great here.
food is.
Best
Do you
food.
cook? Do you cook any of those
No, I
dishes?
don't. Unfortunately, I don't cook.
No.
I do
You
not
don't
cook, guys.
say. Oh my
I don't
gosh.
cook. I'm a girl, but I cannot cook for the love of God. So I cannot
But you
cook.
gotta see it. Oh, I'm here. Okay. Yes.
Since I want to send
Yeah.
you something, but you gotta see it. Ready?
Yeah, okay,
He's gonna see. Probably gonna give you something. Giving a
making me
gift.
nervous.
Hold on.
Oh no! What the heck is that? What is that? What's that?
Nice. Wow, seriously?
What is
For
that?
me? That's a galaxy. That's 1,000 coins. Wow,
That's
very nice of you.
awesome. Well, I don't know what it is. So that's so cool.
Wow, thank you.
Hey, there you go. Isn't it nice to speak to
Thank
somebody from
you.
Indonesia? It's wonderful.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
no,
very nice
Lavanya
of you.
is super
Oh
cool.
my God.
Yay! Super
Wow,
cool.
thank you very much. Yay.
Yeah, awesome.
I
Mike,
just
you
got
should
myself a
eventually get on.
galaxy.
That's so cool. So you should eventually join
Thank
us
you.
on the lives. That's awesome. Thank you, Mike. That's so
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Thank you.
Too, they are beautiful. Uh-huh.
That was a 2. They are beautiful. Mhm. Thank you. Wow.
Okay, so now, am I supposed to be inviting other people on here, or can we just do the talk
You can
together? We
you
can
can
just do it.
invite you can bring up Mike if he wants to come up. So what
Do you want to
is
come
in
up?
Indonesia?
I don't know. Okay, let's
What is in
see what we
Indonesia?
can have a
Bali is in
discussion here.
Indonesia.
Bali,
Bali is
Surabaya. It's actually next to
Mm-hmm.
Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, is there any
Hello,
echo?
Mike.
Oh,
Yes.
Hi.
We're bringing the international people on board because I'm tired of just speaking to the United States. We have to go global now. Basically.
Right.
technically.
Yes,
Thank you for
yes.
the galaxy. Thank you for the galaxy.
You're welcome. Those things are so beautiful.
There.
Yes,
I mean, I've
pretty.
never necessarily. That's awesome. Thank you, Mike, for being so
Maxwell,
supportive during
welcome.
my anxiety. That was very sweet of you. It's just like it's a bit better, but then we lost our bunny, so you know, there's always one thing that leads to another, right? It's so frustrating.
The thing that I like about these lives, it really doesn't matter which one you go into or whatever, but like say if there's like, a bunch of people in, all you have to do is get one person to galvanize into doing something and almost everybody tends to follow suit.
I see. That's interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, I finally, the reason why I've waited a little bit to do this is because I was linked to an agency that was in the United States, and I think I was speaking to Lavanya about this, and I was very hesitant because
You
some
can call me
people,
Fini, by the way. Call me Fini, Vini, but you pronounce the V like an S.
Vini. I think I was always calling you Lavanya, but okay. Vini. Okay.
Fini.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Fini.
pronounce the V like an F. Right.
Fini. Okay. Is that your nickname? Oh, I
My
see.
nickname.
Yeah,
Okay.
my nickname is, okay. That's awesome.
Just so I hear it right, like you see me,
Fee, like as in fee, as in
Vini. See the middle
as in
part of my
forte.
name?
Fee.
The middle part of my name, it's Vini, but you pronounce the V like an F.
Fini,
Oh.
yeah.
Fimi.
Fini.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
You
I
got
won't remember it, but I at least got it right this time.
Okay.
I'm great with faces. I am terrible with names.
Oh,
I see. It's
that's
okay. That happens
ditto.
to the best of us. It happens to us, so to everyone.
Oh,
I
I'm
forget
so
names
there.
every now and then too. So
Well, since the
okay.
questions, so is it pronounced Sinta?
Yes,
Yes,
correct.
it is. Yes, it is. It's an Indonesian name, by
yes,
the way.
you pronounce it absolutely perfectly. Yeah,
Nice.
people sometimes say Cynthia, Sunita. I was like, it's none of the above. It's
It's
pronounced how it
Sinta. It's
says.
an Indonesian name.
It is Indonesian, correct.
So, and the last name is Margot. Is that correct?
No, the last
Yes.
name is
Yes,
Spectre.
real.
Yeah, that's my middle
Spectre.
name.
Oh,
Spectre,
oh,
yeah.
Margot is your middle name. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Your last name is Spectre. Yeah, I remember.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I used Margot because, when I do my fashion stuff, my label is Cinta Margot. And when
Oh,
my
I
mom
see.
used to get, and when my mom used to get mad at me, she would always call me Cinta Margot. So I was like, I gotta use it
That's what
for
happens
something.
when. I mean, that's what happens abroad. When your dad gets mad at you, he'll say the full
You're
name,
right,
right?
the first.
First, middle, and last. That's what it is.
It's like, what did I do this time?
That's the habit. So
All right,
Too
I got something really
funny.
funny to tell you. All right, so I am full-blooded Sicilian. Okay. Now, my last name,
okay, Sicilian. Okay.
my last name means my year in Italian. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I'm glad that I was not born either Spanish or in Spain because it is pronounced. I don't even know if I can say that on a live. Huh.
What is it?
Okay. Um,
Sorry.
wow. How do I say this without?
Without
Okay.
getting a warning.
Yeah, I'm going to have to rephrase it. Okay. So it means my rear end, but it's a
Oh,
technical,
okay.
the technical word.
Okay.
And it's
Okay,
not
we got
rear
it.
end. It's
I
like,
see what you mean.
yes. Oh,
3-letter
man.
words. Yes, I know what you mean. That's your last name. Oh, interesting.
I don't even know if it shows my last name on here.
That's
Um,
a. Do you
it
have
shows
your?
the
I
name
think
you give
it says the mic on there, so I
the
don't know
mic,
if
but
that's.
if you click it, perhaps I don't know. Have you changed? Oh, Miano.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Me and Ano. Okay. Okay. I gotcha. And Ano means yeah. Okay, I gotcha.
That's rough. I mean,
But
I
in
don't know. I mean,
Italian, but in Italian, I can't say that word. In Italian, it means my year.
Okay, interesting.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's.
Ano means year. Right.
I mean, names have various meanings in different countries, which is like the other interesting part, right? So,
Which means I'm never going
yeah.
to Spain or Mexico. Those are two places.
Yeah, that would be rough. That would be rough. Like, yeah. Oh my gosh. People pronounce my name. Well,
It's your last name. You can't do anything about it. It's a
yeah,
family
it's
name.
like it's like the
You
You
can
cannot
passport. It's
change
like
your
don't look
family
at the
name.
passport.
There's no
It's so
way.
funny. Too funny.
You can
Yeah, I
drop
So,
can't even
the
marry.
last name, but you can't change it.
yeah.
But that is okay because I figure somebody will want it at some point. But I mean, at this point, I'm old enough to where I'm thinking that it's starting to. I'm not going to make it that far. Yeah. Yeah, I have. Yeah, because I'm already 45.
So I'm 44. What are you trying to say?
I'm 43 soon, actually. I will be
So,
43.
yeah, we're
Hey, hold
We're in
on.
our 40s,
yes,
I'll be
but
there
it's
right
you
back.
have
okay.
it.
I'm 43 soon. So it's okay. It's
And I'm
okay.
gonna be
I feel
45 this
old.
year. No, we're
Oh,
not
okay.
old. We're young at heart. I have
Exactly.
the cat
We're, I
ear,
mean, we would like to stay young forever, if
Yeah, no,
possible. So
I'll
you're
be
welcome.
45. Oh my gosh. So I'll be 45 in November.
Ha,
Yeah, so I'm not feeling, it's pretty crazy.
45.
Ugh.
You realize in 5 years you will be like half a
No,
century.
don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Oh my goodness. Amanda Ray, welcome.
Yeah, this is so, oh, I'm supposed to be, so what is Indonesia? Wait.
What is in Indonesia? What can you find in
Oh,
Indonesia?
is
That's what
in
he's asking.
all the most beautiful things. Oh my gosh, gorgeous stuff. It's beautiful. I mean, I would want to go back. I just need to find a purpose.
So you
I
like
should
it?
come down and visit you. What am I doing?
Yeah,
We should do
yeah. We should hang out.
a reunion, a high school reunion,
Sure,
right?
sure.
Yeah.
Meet some. I mean, Debbie is there.
Really?
Here, not there. Debbie is here.
Wait, when did Debbie move back to Indonesia?
Lancar bahasanya kakak. Yeah, I used to
No
live in the US,
way.
Bayu. Aku
Really?
pernah tinggal di
But
Amerika,
her
Bayu.
sister's living here in the
Ini
States,
teman
isn't she?
SMA aku.
That is so
What is it?
crazy.
Yeah, Debbie is
Her
here.
sister's living here. I know that she's living in Maryland because I'm
Yeah,
back
yeah,
in
yeah.
Maryland.
Yeah,
I've
Monica
spotted
is
her
still
a
in
few
Maryland.
times. Yes. What's that about? This is so. I didn't know Debbie was back in Indonesia though. I was like,
She's
maybe
been back
she's
for
in
so many,
Germany.
a long time already.
Really?
She was in
Oh my
Germany
God.
to take her PhD
Oh
only.
my
I mean, but she's
God.
basically living here. She's a professor actually here.
Excuse me.
She's a
That is.
professor. Yeah.
What is she? What is she teaching? What's her, credentials in regards to
Communication, I think. Communication
translations and
classes.
stuff? Oh, that's so cool. Does she?
Communication classes,
Okay.
I think.
That is so cool. Oh yeah, we need to do a high school reunion.
Well,
in
you're
Indonesia.
welcome.
Wouldn't that be cool? That would be so awesome. Oh my gosh, I
That
would
would
do
be.
it.
Just
And then
so come
wasn't
down
there?
here.
I will definitely. And then my Brandon's sorry, bubbles. Brandon's friend is in, I think, Jakarta. So we had spoke.
He's
He
in
came down
Jakarta?
to visit. Yeah, he came down to visit us.
Oh, you're
in,
okay. You're Brandon. Okay.
yeah,
His friend is in
his
Jakarta.
friend. His friend came to. His name's Booty something or the other. I
There's a
can't
lot
say-
of booties here. That's
Yeah,
a
it's like
very
it's a common name, right?
Very common Indonesian name. Like when you
it's a
first
common.
learn how to write, they would usually write
That's
ini
so
ibu
interesting.
Budi, which
Oh,
means
is
this
that
is
what it
Budi's
is?
mom. This is Budi's mom. Yeah, that's
That
what
is
it
so
is.
cool.
Like Budi is a name that people would use like to teach
That's
people
just
how
a
to
common
write
name,
and
right?
read. It's a very common Indonesian name. Yeah.
And isn't Sinta considered a common name?
Sinta
I'm sure it's
is a
pretty
common Indonesian name.
Very common,
Yeah. There's a lot of people whose name is
See?
Sinta.
There you go. At least I can fit in
Jenny B,
somewhere.
welcome.
Welcome in, guys. I'm
Honorata,
sorry, I'm not being a wonderful
welcome.
host here. Walan. Oh my gosh, is that Javanese or?
It's Indonesian. Wah, lancar bahasanya ya kakak. It's you speak very, very fluently. It's me. I
Oh,
speak
you're
fluent.
total
Speak
Yes,
fluent
no, you're yes.
English.
Oh yeah, you're
It's
fluent.
just like you speak fluent English. I'm like,
Oh,
I
wait,
used
they
to live in
didn't
the
know
US,
that?
yo.
Wait, your friends don't know that you speak fluent English? Oh my gosh, no, you're impeccable. Your grammar's like fantastic too. Oh my
Really?
gosh,
You
that's
think
crazy.
so?
Yeah, that is so
Thank
awesome.
you.
What is this? Awesome,
This is
guys.
my agency owner.
Oh, fantastic.
I'm
Well,
in an
welcome
agency,
in.
right?
Yes, I know you're
MTA.
in. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
This is
no,
my
so we've
agency.
known. Yeah. That's
Hey,
so
Mike, this is
awesome.
Mike
Thank you.
with Dixie. Okay, I have a piece of paper
Thank
here. It looks
you.
like a 10-foot 4 by, let's see,
Yeah.
Engineering Games. I got a
Mas
work
Sinta
order
is my
with
high
Bell
school friend. Sinta ini teman SMA aku.
Yeah, we go way back. We're like
Mhm.
we Jesus, 30 years ago? Can you
Yeah,
believe it? I
Almost
cannot
30
believe
years.
it.
it is
Not
Cornell.
30
It is
years
Cornell.
yet, I
That's cool.
think.
That's
It's,
cool.
about,
Oh my gosh, that's
it's
so
24
crazy.
years, I guess. Well, am I
Wow.
Am I
That
calculating
is so
this right?
awesome.
98?
It's
26
That is
years.
so awesome.
Yeah.
Super cool.
72
26 years, I think, right?
001.
Yeah. 26 tahun lalu kan? 98.
Very, very cool.
Yes.
27449 472
Something.
001.
So let's talk about Indonesia. Let's have a discussion on
Sure.
what
Well,
is
I'm
what's
giving
and
you
who's
a
and
long one.
who's and
Let's see.
what's and how's.
Or another one.
I am in. Let's
What's and
talk.
how's?
Okay.
So, a bunch
What do
of
you want to
numbers.
ask about Indonesia now?
Lots of.
The
I mean, I just
Indonesia
want
that you have left.
I know years ago. I was still a kid. I don't even remember. All I know is I
What do you
spoke
What do you know
Javanese.
of Indonesia? What do you remember of Indonesia?
I'm sorry, I missed that last part. Can you say it again?
Pictures? My mom has lots of pictures. I can show you some pictures.
Pictures,
I
sure.
remember the food. The
Okay.
food for me was
Oh,
like
of
a big
course.
deal
Best food
because,
here. Right.
yeah, right?
Mhm.
Exactly.
Food is good.
And
Like my
and
top two food would be Chinese and Indonesian. Right.
Chinese food? Are you
I love
serious?
Chinese food. I do.
Really?
Like I use because it's hard to find Indonesian food in the States, right? And the closest
Oh,
that
well,
is to
not
my
anymore.
taste buds.
Not
Oh, really?
anymore. Yeah, there are more restaurants out there. Yeah, of course, of course. There are a few more. Yeah, people have opened up
Yeah, it doesn't have
Indonesian restaurants, Malay. That's why I hung out with Brandon back in high
No,
school
no,
years.
no. Yeah,
I
that's the number
see.
that I gave you is the number
Because
on
Oh,
that.
Brandon
we
was
were
from
all,
high
I
school?
get those wrong sometimes.
well,
That looks like the
I
right
knew
size
him
and
during my
everything.
high school years.
Let's see.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
But
we
he
go
didn't go
back.
to our high school, right?
No, he went to.
Okay.
Well, he was in college when when we were in high school.
Oh,
So
okay.
he was
Oh, okay. So you guys have a few years.
So 033.
Maryland University
Distance.
college people. I was like hanging out
Right.
with college.
1 by 10 now.
Did you go
Yeah.
to Maryland also? Did you
No,
go,
I
go
went
to
to the.
college, Park?
No, yeah, I went to
No,
the
you didn't.
Corcoran. I went to the
Oh, okay.
Corcoran.
I
Corcoran
Yeah.
College.
don't.
Yeah, I
Went,
know.
Yeah,
Amara
So the
Bilan juga.
I
Corcoran,
come to
the Corcoran is. It was the arts. I chose to do the arts because the arts for me was. It just felt right, you know.
Mhm.
So that's what I studied. It's. I have to say I don't know if it's the right degree, but that is what I chose to do. I double, you know, maybe I was supposed to do finance and not fine arts. I don't know.
I see. Okay, that's okay. They're both fine,
But
with different
slightly different.
endings.
Yes, slightly
Fine
different.
arts and fine
So
ends.
funny. Exactly.
Fine
But yeah,
arts
no,
and finance.
I know, totally different, right? But that's so cool. So everybody's
well,
like the people that we
there is an
studied
order
with were
number on
back in
this tag,
Indonesia.
and it
I would
says,
so do a trip to Indonesia. I really would.
109
Come
43575.
We'll meet
How
up.
much?
If that
I
helps.
suppose I can make time to meet up with you. How
Well,
much?
I need to figure out how I'm gonna do. Yeah, it's well. Don't forget now. I broke my leg, so I have like this rod in my
I
leg,
see.
which is why I've gained a little bit of weight. So if it's a 24-hour flight and
I gave
sitting,
you 2 different POs.
might be
You
a
know,
little
I've never
off.
done a 24-hour flight. I've never done a 24-hour flight. I
How
would
long
stop.
is the flight?
I would stop in another
order
country
number
and then come to
109.
Indonesia.
Oh, you wouldn't do a
435.
straight flight.
Like
I would
I
do a
stopped.
straight flight.
I went like when I went back home. I went from I think it was from LA. From LA to
Yes, sir.
Korea
Okay.
to Seoul, and then from Seoul to Jakarta.
Oh, okay.
That's what I did.
okay. That's probably
And I stayed
wiser.
over in Seoul. I stayed
Okay.
over in Seoul for a night.
Okay, so basically, instead of doing that, because I would go straight. I would just do the long trip. Just like if there was a stop off at one
24
place, I'd
hours
wait for it.
in a plane. I've never. You know what?
I've done it.
I've never
I've
done a
it.
24-hour plane flight. Oh, you have 24
Well,
hours?
South Africa's 26 hours.
Oh my
South
goodness!
Africa's
Straight to
26.
South.
Yes, that's why I haven't gone back to visit
Are
my
you
family.
crazy?
Yeah, no, I'm not. That's why
What?
I haven't gone back. Yeah, no, I don't do. I
Oh my
don't do
God,
20,
I would-
26
like,
hour
I've done-
flight.
The most I've done, I think it was around 13 to 16 hours on a plane ride.
13 to 6. Well, you're lucky. That's probably a wiser option
But
than
that's a
26.
long flight still.
It is,
you know?
yeah, it is a long. Well, just imagine having a broken leg with this flight problem, because your leg generally swells, right? So what happens is you're sitting, and I don't do like I wish I did first class, but I don't. I'm doing economy. So you're sitting most of the time for that long trip, which is rough. Yeah, so it
Yeah.
gets a little. I have to think about this. I need to. My leg has healed, and I'm walking more, which is why I'm doing the walking in the morning, because I realize that that's something I've missed out on. So it's gradually getting better. When I can sit at the television for 24 hours, I'll let you know.
Oh, hey, I can do it too. I don't know. I love watching TV. I can do it too. I used to do that. I mean, I would do, well, not 24-hour per se, but I would be stuck on TV like after I got back home from school back then, like in the U.S. Even like because I spent most of my educational life in the States, guys. Like I was here only up until
Oh,
I was in elementary school, and the rest of
I
my
didn't know that.
education,
Are you serious?
and I got the rest of my education in the States here.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wait,
Yeah.
so, wait, but you
I
didn't go
moved
to
here when
college
I was
here.
12. I moved there when I was 12. I
Oh
went
my
to
God.
college there.
Wait, and we only met in high school. I'm so shocked. That is
Yeah, I
so
went to
crazy.
Pile. Did you go to Pile? I went to Pile
Yes, I went
middle
to
school.
Pile.
You did?
Wait, was I
What?
was I
You
I was a
did?
year I must have been a year
I was
past
I was
you.
you were a year ahead of me. I graduated early. A
We
year
were in
early.
Pile together too. That's so we were in junior. Oh my God, we go far.
I
But
did
I never
not
met.
know that you went to Pile too.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in
Oh, you
Pile.
did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was in there was
Hi,
another
Mike.
hello.
Hi.
We're busy
My
talking
friend gave you
Indonesia.
gave you little the small hearts. My
That's
friend gave
very
you the small
sweet.
hearts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, in what was I going to say? There was another Indonesian person that was studying with us in Whitman called Siti.
Siti. Siti is actually a Tenri. I call her Tenri. Tenri is
Where is
actually
she
a
now?
professor. She's a professor in Makassar. And can you
Oh my
believe that she
God!
got a PhD? She got a
What?
PhD in electrical engineering.
No way! Are you
Yeah, she's
serious?
that bright. She's that bright.
Oh my
She got a
God!
she got a degree in EE,
Oh my God! I
electrical
cannot believe it.
engineering.
No,
Yeah,
no, I have to now. I have to come over
she
and
got a
visit you guys.
PhD
That's
on it.
so crazy. Wow.
Hmm.
Everybody's doing
Yeah.
like university. My sister's even teaching in university, but I didn't.
Don't worry. I only got myself a bachelor's degree and then I stopped going to school
I
again.
did a master's and then I stopped. I did the
I see you
master's
did
and
a
I was
master's.
like,
I didn't even do a master's, so.
no, but the master's was hard work and then I had a nervous breakdown. So I was like, I'm
Aw.
not going to do that again.
Tough.
That's the end of
Right.
that. Yeah. It's
Mm,
very stressful once you get into a certain point of education. I think people don't realize the quantity of work that you have to do to maintain, a research that you're supposed to be presenting for. I mean, it's very interesting and extremely intricate, but sometimes, like me, just like music, I could not continue
Ay,
with my
putra.
classical training because you have nervous, like
Ah,
I get nervous and anxious in front of people. I'm just not good at it. You have to
I
have
gotcha.
discussions and conversations in front of like a whole classroom, right?
Some people,
And if
some people have stage fright.
that
You know, I
me,
do too at times. Yeah, depends. I guess it depends on my audience. I guess. If they're people close friends, perhaps I'm okay. But if they're strangers, yeah, I get nervous too. So,
Well, if you do like,
we're
wow.
the same.
I'm about as strange as they come, so you'll get over that really quick.
Oh, but this is only the three of us, and there's only six people. Well, there are people watching around this outside
I
of this,
am,
but
yeah,
I'm
I'm sure,
but
yeah.
I'm much better on this thing than if I have to face them. Like, let's see if I perform something and they're right there in the audience. Then yeah, that's
But you
I
like
get.
to dance. I've seen all your videos. You
I
get up
I I
there
do
and do the dancing
TikTok
thing.
dances, TikTok dances only. I can't dance. I do TikTok dances.
That's
So I
so
can't
cool.
dance.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I'm just thinking about, geez, I should really meet up with everybody. That would be such a nice little, I have to think
Mm.
about this. That would be such a nice
Come
experience
down. Come
to
down
I
here to
didn't know you were
Jakarta.
connected with
Most
everybody,
time
so
will,
I was
will
like, oh my gosh,
I
you
would be
are,
connected with most Indonesians. Most Indonesians live in Jakarta. So obviously, in the friends that you did
oh,
have
it's Jakarta.
in the
Okay.
in the states, I live in Jakarta. I live in the capital city.
Okay,
So
okay.
most people would go. Would try to find jobs here, right?
Oh,
So
that's the place that everybody's doing the business. Well, I thought people would go to Singapore to actually do, well, you probably,
you can come across. There's a lot of
yeah,
Indonesians in
you go back
Singapore
and forth,
too.
right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That is so
That's one of
cool.
the good things
This
Citizen.
is so crazy.
What
I'm
is
like,
it, Mike?
wow.
Mike
that
wants to talk.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
that is one of the good things that I like about the different places that you go. A lot of people think that the tourist places are the places to go. It's really not. Yeah, you can see some stuff and everything else, but there are secrets in every place that we go to, and that's
Hidden
the gold.
gems everywhere. Hidden gems. Hidden gems
Absolutely.
everywhere, definitely. So,
Yeah. From what I found out, and this is just my personal experience, when you go to different places, yeah, there's different things to look at and everything else, and there's different cultures and stuff like that. But it's always the people that are there, not the place. So the people make the place, and that's what really makes a difference.
Oh,
the people,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the
Hence the
food.
connections. Oh, the food. Can't forget the
The
food.
food.
Oh, yeah.
That's important.
You always find
That's
something
important.
different in different countries, right? So something
Yeah.
new, something different, something you could,
Yeah.
would be something to be something nice for the memory, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now, in regards to cultures, like I know that there are a couple of Muslims and there's also Chinese connected to people in Indonesia. Am I correct?
Chinese,
There's
Indonesians, yeah,
Hindu,
we have.
Muslims,
We
and then
pretty much
Christians.
have
It's like everybody,
all the
right?
religions
Yeah,
mixed up. Yeah.
that's so cool. And do you have places in Indonesia where you have to where you have to cover your body, or is that something that's just
I'm sure
depends
there are
on the
still places like
individual?
that, but I haven't.
Okay.
There are still places like that, but I haven't traveled. How
To
about
those
you? I haven't
locations.
traveled to those places. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Same kind of
Sorry.
place,
A lot of people here call me mommy
kind of
because of
stuff.
my age.
No, no,
Same
don't
kind of
call
stuff.
it. We're all about the same. No, 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 don't say that.
Mommy, they call me
We're still
mommy.
young. We're still young. No, no.
I'm in my 40s. What can I say? What is it, Mike?
So, but what you were talking about, you said I might have lost it. Yep, I
We
lost
were
it.
talking about I'm
Food,
sorry. We're talking
cultures,
food,
religion.
culture, religion.
Okay,
Exactly.
yeah, all right. So, where you go, you said there are places where you still have to cover and cover like your head and everything else. Is that like enforced in those areas?
I think those areas are because those are areas where there are a, a lot
Tradition.
of Muslims. Yeah, lots of
Yeah, yeah.
Muslims, and they're still very traditional of
Very
it, right?
traditional.
Religion,
I mean,
they're religious of it.
So, if you
the
went into
same
that,
thing,
you'd get in trouble for not having your hair covered.
possibly.
Possibly, yeah,
Oh wow.
but
Yeah,
not in
yeah.
Jakarta. Jakarta, it's.
It's
I would think it's
commercial.
pretty.
Yeah.
It's commercial. It's pretty high. They're pretty much having high tolerance. I would say, yeah. Here
That
in
makes
Jakarta,
sense.
it's not too bad. It's the capital. I mean, the president is here and stuff. So
Right, 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 right.
this
Yeah,
area,
no.
although there are people who are still fanatics of their religious beliefs, but yeah.
Oh,
But
absolutely. I mean,
let's
the
not
same
talk
thing
about that.
applies. Yeah, no, no. The same thing applies for South Africa. There in South Africa we have various. I don't think we have as many Indonesians, but we have a lot of Indians, and it's still very much you have the Hindus and the Muslims. So there are also locations in South Africa where those kind of things apply too, which is why I'm asking, because I feel as if it's, I just didn't know if there were particular locations that would do stuff like that. I know it happens in South Africa, so, I just
Like
figured
they
I
would
should
do
just ask.
holidays. They would actually
Yes.
make official holidays for some of those religions
Ah,
celebrations,
interesting.
like you
Gotcha.
know
Right,
so for
right,
any
right, right.
religion, like they'll have one for the Hindu, they'll have one for the Buddhist, and it'll be like
Right,
people
right,
who get
right.
day off for it.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah,
that's good. That's probably a good
yeah.
thing. I wish more like that kind of stuff was happening in the States, because I don't feel as if people from around the world are being appreciated as much on their cultural diversity here in the States as they would overseas. That's just my personal opinion. So
There's ever will.
right, am I right? I'm right, right?
You are correct. You are
Yeah,
correct. No
yeah.
one ever will, and I'll tell you why. In America, when Americans, when they go to other places, now I'm not talking about in America, but when they go to other places in countries, they don't consider themselves as in visiting that country. They consider that country is visiting America. And they don't try to.
That is so weird.
And the majority
Yeah.
And this is just from what I've experienced. I could be wrong. I'm wrong about 72% of the time, so that's okay. But
Okay.
well, a
That's
lot
good.
of times what happens is that when you see Americans, they'll go there, they'll act like they're still in college. You know, they're not respectful to the areas around them, stuff like that. And
Exactly.
a lot of times there's conflict, and in the
Of
very
course.
beginning the situation, they're like, "Oh, Americans, that's cool," but at the end of the day, they're all like, "Man, these guys are just terrible," you know.
It's rough in the States. I mean, I think Brandon also still feels very and his family's from Cambodia. So he feels
Oh, okay.
very
Yeah. I
They
remember you
left
told me that.
they left during the
Raymond
time
Van Beck.
of what was happening in Cambodia at the time in the 80s, right? So they moved when that stuff was happening to the United
Okay.
States to escape the
Okay.
situation that was happening.
Uh-huh.
So I think he's also, during this time of living in the States during the 80s and onwards, I think he's also felt the uncomfort of people not understanding a cultural thing. And so I think it's been hard for him. Oops, what was that?
My
It's been
fault.
it's been hard for me because I've lived in Japan, right? So I lived in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
spoke Nihongo when I lived in
Okay.
Hokkaido and Tokyo. So
Oh,
for
so
me,
you
it's
you
like
do
this
speak Japanese.
少しだけ、少しだけ。
Okay.
Watashi,
A little
yeah,
bit.
my Nihongo is ちょっと
I see. Okay.
小
So
さい。
you know actually have to
ちょっと小さい。
write down with those characters.
Yeah,
Right.
I
Oh,
spoke,
cool. So cool.
yeah, I spoke my
Very welcome.
Nihongo. Yeah, no, I spoke Japanese fluently as a kid because I went to a Japanese school, just like you were in the States. I was in Japan studying Japanese, going to a Japanese school, learning the Japanese way. My parents were like, "You're not going to an American school. You're going straight into the culture."
Okay.
So we learned from the beginnings of the cultural understanding, and that was I think
Uh-huh.
it was important. I think it's opened my perspective on cultural things. I didn't just and for me, if I had just gone to an American school in Japan, I think I did at the last I left the States for the last year of high school. That's why I didn't graduate with the
Oh,
group.
okay.
I was in Japan. I moved to Japan. So the last year
Oh,
I
okay.
was in Tokyo.
Oh,
Yeah.
you didn't. So you were only taking picture with us. The
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
beginning of the year, and then you left.
and then I
Oh.
left, and then I was
Oh,
gone
I
to
didn't.
Tokyo.
You know what? I didn't realize that. So you didn't
Yeah,
graduate
yeah.
with us. Oh.
No,
Hey.
I graduated in Japan.
What were
Huh.
both of yours first language?
My
Indonesian.
first language? Yeah, mine was actually Indonesian too, believe it or not. I just
Oh,
don't
really?
speak it. Yeah,
Oh, really?
Javanese. My mom didn't teach me Javanese. We had somebody that was helping in the house, and
Of
my
course.
mom said, "We need a translator because I don't understand my daughter." So here
So
I
you
am
used to speak in
speaking.
Japanese.
Yes, no, I was speaking Indonesian, and my parents were like lost. They were like, "We don't
Okay,
understand
what
what this
language
kid's
is
talking
this?
about." So yeah, that was
No,
my
Indonesian
experience.
is my first language.
Which is awesome.
Bahasa ibuku Indonesia. Yeah, my first language is Indonesian.
I can just say
But I-
Selamat Salam.
Well, for your first
Oh,
Indonesian,
thank you. Who was that?
Thank
that sent
you,
the
Gale.
coins?
My friend.
Gali, oh,
My friend.
you're so
Thank you.
sweet. Thank you so much.
You-
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
what is it, Mike?
go ahead.
to not have English as your first language. English is one of the hardest languages to learn.
I think so.
You
I
think?
think you're right. I
You
think you're
think?
right.
No, I think Japanese, the Chinese is even harder. I
No,
think. I don't
Chinese
know
is difficult. The Japanese
Chinese
was
is the most
easy to
difficult
understand. Oh,
language.
thank you so
Thank
much,
you, Gale.
Gali, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Hey.
I think I think Chinese would be more complex. The Japanese was relatively easy because if you break up a language in Nihongo, there's like a format. Like it's like a beginning, and then you have watashi no, like no, and then wa, and then desu at the end. And then you put the nouns and the pronouns in the middle. So it's a little bit easier. I know that when I started learning English, after I learned Japanese, because that was the language I was studying in, right? It was very difficult. I mean, I was put in classes because they were like,
Really?
yeah, they thought I had a learning disability. I was like, it's not a learning disability. It's because I spoke a different language, you crazy
Really?
people. Do you speak Japanese? If you spoke Japanese, you'd understand the problem. So that was
But in fact,
that's what I had to go through. Yeah, no, you know, and
okay.
they were like, people didn't get it. They didn't understand that some mixed kid could speak another language besides English, which was ridiculous.
But you were young. It was
I was
possible
young,
for younger ones. I mean, I
but
was only 12 when I moved. That's how I learned to speak
that's
English
awesome.
fast.
That's awesome. I didn't know you were here throughout this whole time. Isn't that crazy? I would have thought that we would have met
I was
sooner.
there for
That's so
13
crazy.
years.
I
13 years
cannot
I
believe
was
that
in
is so
Maryland.
crazy.
And I was the whole time I was in Maryland. The whole 13 years. Like I was
And
in
we
the
didn't meet
Bethesda
in
and then
Kyle. What's that about? Why?
I know. I know.
We, what?
Like
And
what?
we were in the international group, so I don't understand where how
That
we
that was
missed that one.
I know that is interesting.
We had an international
That's
group
we
that we kind of
actually
gathered. Yeah,
huh.
that's so
In fact,
crazy.
yeah, I know that's wow.
Have you guys been to the Philippines?
No, I
I
haven't.
haven't. Have you?
I've
That
been
is,
to a lot of. Oh, you have?
yeah, okay. So a lot of people don't know about the Philippines. It is really, really
Oh,
awesome over there. Um,
okay.
okay, first of all, it's a bunch of islands, and the majority of,
Just like us.
yep,
And
and
the
the
Philippines is not far from Indonesia. It's like
No,
around
no,
the
very
corner, isn't
close.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
very close. Okay, continue.
in the northern part, you have like Bohol and a lot of the other big cities and stuff like that. And down at the very south, the south of the islands, you have Mindanao, which that's not really a concentrated area where the Philippines actually live. That's more like for other people or whatever. I can't say that on here, but
Okay.
let's say, the each a lot of the different islands have different dialects. Like for example, Tagalog. Tagalog is
Tagalog, right?
okay. That is one of the ones that is in. Well, actually, they speak English there as well, not as
Oh, they
much.
speak fluent English. I mean, the Filipinos can speak English well.
Oh yeah. It's so
They do.
fluent. You think that you're in the
They
States.
can
It's
and
like,
they do speak speak it well.
One
Yes.
of the things that I can appreciate is they take care of their own over there, which means that if you're like
yeah, that's awesome.
an outsider and you go over there and you start messing with people, they'll just get rid of you.
Oh,
Ooh,
there's
that's
that.
rough. But that's probably
Okay.
a good thing, right? You know,
They're
you stick,
very
you know,
very close
it's yeah.
with their community.
You're
Yeah.
backing everybody, which is important. I think that's probably good.
Okay.
That's important. Now, I know a lot of Filipinos were living in Japan. That's what I know because when I lived in Japan,
They
there were
live
so many.
everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Filipinos live everywhere. I mean, yeah. I mean, there are lots of Filipinos in the States too. I know.
Yeah, there are. There are, believe it. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a big
And they can
population.
sing. They
And
can
I was
really
about to
sing.
say the singing is
They
amazing. I'm
can
sitting there and I'm
sing.
thinking, wow,
Okay.
yeah, they
They can
can.
sing.
They
I mean,
absolutely can. I think everybody in the Filipino community can sing because I don't know anybody that doesn't.
they can sing.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
they are
really
singers,
sing.
big time singers.
Hmm
Correct,
I
correct.
didn't know that. I was happy to
Yes.
out that
No,
night.
it's real talk.
Like,
This is real.
have you ever heard of
Yeah.
Clarice? Clarice, I think her name is Clarice Shempenko. She was
No,
quite
that I
famous in the States too.
can't
And
say
she's
that I have.
Filipino.
I'll have to take a
And she
listen to
sings
her
real
though.
well. But then there's also the guy who used to sing a Celine Dion song. There's another guy too. But Filipinos, they can sing. They can really. I mean, a lot. I'm not saying Indonesians can sing too, by the way.
I was
When they
about to
can
say
sing, they can really sing too.
there was a woman, there was a young lady from
But I do not sing.
Indonesia.
Okay, I can't
Oh
sing
no,
that
but I'm
well.
sure you probably can. There was an Indonesian from Indonesia who came down to the States who joined in on America Got Talent. That woman had a voice of
What's her
dreamlike
name?
states. I can't remember her name. Putri. Putri? Putri.
Okay, Putri, which Putri?
I
There's a lot
can't
of Putris
remember.
here.
Well, if you go, I don't know her last name, but if you go on to, I'm sure she's even on TikTok. If you go on to
Is this the Putri I
YouTube,
know? I have there's a famous
I don't know.
like
She might be.
she
She's
used to
amazing.
be a she used to be a what you call it, a classic singer.
Let me check. Hold on. Now
She was
I have to check.
she's
Let's
actually
see.
I'm actually friends with her. I mean, I
Putri.
actually know her and her family, by the way.
Okay,
Which
wait.
Putri
Let's
though?
see.
There's
Okay,
lots
I'm
of Putri. Putri is a common name in Indonesia. It is a very common name here.
Just
Which
out of
Putri is
curiosity,
this?
I always have baloots.
Baloo is
What?
it's an egg. It's an egg with the chicken inside it still.
Yeah, they serve them at nighttime, like
Who?
at vendors, and it's a balut. Basically,
Her
it's
name is Putri Arani.
Oh yeah,
AR.
no, I know. That's another Putri, but she's famous.
She's
Yeah, she's really famous.
amazing. Her when I heard her sing, I almost had
Ariani,
a
right?
heart attack.
Putri Ariani, right?
Yes, that's her. She's
Mm-hmm.
amazing. I was
No,
like,
I
oh
don't
my
know her and her
God, you're
family, but
so
I know
brilliant.
she's a very good singer. She's
Yes,
brilliant.
yes,
You're right.
yes.
Amazing.
I, yeah, I sat there for a few seconds and I was like, wow, just wow.
Jaw drop, right?
I don't know
Jaw
in the end if
dropping.
I don't know if she won America Got Talent in the end, but I know that she's definitely very amazing, very, very
It's
amazing.
amazing. I mean,
Yeah,
with the disability that she does have, I think she has a
still
disability,
amazing.
right?
She
Still
does,
very
but
much
who
amazing.
cares
Like,
about the
wow.
disability?
Who
It's the
cares? She
talent.
can
It's
sing.
the
Yes,
talent.
yes,
She can.
yes.
I can't sing like that. I wouldn't
Right.
even try it. You know,
I can't
it's
sing
just
at
yeah.
all. If you compare me to her, well, I cannot
And you
sing
were
at
at
all.
Women No, you probably
To
took music
anyone.
classes. Weren't you in the choir?
I took, I was in
See,
the
you were
choir,
in the choir.
but you don't have to be able to really sing in the choir. You just need to be able to, like,
Keep it
harmonize and
to
stuff, right? No, you don't
well,
have to be able
more or
to.
less, more or
in the
less,
Yeah,
yeah.
choir, whispering. Everybody thinks you're singing.
yeah. The choir
Oh,
is not.
and Mike actually plays.
I mean,
Wait, didn't Mike play piano? Didn't you play piano or something?
Before I broke my hand, yes.
So you
Oh
were a
wow.
pianist. So were you playing classical music or did you move into like jazz and all that kind of stuff? Or
Only.
what happened to your hand? May I
Uh,
ask? Would that even be a question to ask?
oh, of course, of course.
You were
I was
doing a guy thing, you jumped off something and broke your hand.
right on the first part. I
A
was
guy
doing.
thing.
A guy thing.
I was cooking, and I made this group of people their order, and I know how good of a cook I am. I know
Oh,
I'm.
you can cook too.
Oh,
Oh
Uh-oh.
wow. Great.
yeah.
And
The
that's
Italian blood must be, right? The Italian
oh yeah,
blood
that's
must
what
be
it is. Yeah.
the leading force there.
The main reason why I liked cooking so much is because I like the look on people's face of the satisfaction when they're eating my food. Okay,
Mamma mia. Like, the Italian would just go like that, right? Okay, go ahead.
well, just to make the story short, I made their meal. They didn't like it. I made it again, and then they didn't like it,
Hmm.
and then I made it again, and then they said they wanted their money back, and I got so mad I went to the back room and I punched a door.
Mm. Oh, that's what happened.
Oh, that's a guy thing. That's a typical
That's
guy.
a guy
Well, at least
thing.
it was a door, not the wall,
That's
because I've
definitely a
heard
guy
of
thing.
yeah, no, guys do the wall thing too. They like to punch walls. So
Ouch.
yeah,
Ouch.
yeah. I don't know why you guys do that. It's
Ouch.
like what?
Yeah,
Just get a
yeah, I don't
boxing
know what it
bag.
is
Come
with men. When
on.
they, when they're, I don't know what it is with men. Yeah. When they feel like they're, what is
The
it?
wall is definitely better than jail.
Yeah,
Of
well,
course.
yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true. But you can walk around with a
You're
boxing
right.
bag. You can just hang it if you need to, right? Or
Right,
a
you can
piece of
just
meat,
punch
you know?
like, I don't know. Not the wall, but that's what always happens
Oh my
though
gosh, so
with
funny.
men.
I was very surprised that that door didn't have any give. I really thought that was gonna.
Ooh, ouch. Yeah, I can. Ooh, that gotta hurt. Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
it. So, wow, yeah, that's rough.
I mean,
Was there a piece of metal on the inside of that? Sounds like there was not just wood there. There was something on the inside of that space.
Oh
Because
no,
the
it
wood
was a
would
steel
have.
door.
Say it again?
It was a steel door.
Oh, well, then there you have it. That would
Yeah, yeah.
explain
Which door is that? What kind of door would
a
that be?
steel, like a
Remind me.
metal
A
door.
steel. Oh, steel. Oh, a steel made of steel.
I made a dent, but that didn't really make me feel better.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
And I still went back.
I was
And you
like,
still
I
went
don't even.
back?
I don't even. And punch it again.
I didn't do that again. I learned my lesson the first time.
Oh my gosh, that's
I'm
so
really,
crazy.
really, really good at learning the hard lessons.
Uh-huh. Oh God.
That's good.
Ouch.
But yeah, I played. I started off with Fur Elise before it was popular. Well,
Oh,
popular again.
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Well, okay. I know for Elise. I've heard of.
and then people would. I mean,
And
then
I.
you
And I heard
pre-programmed
it.
new keyboards and stuff, so it kind of
Mhm.
defines a bit. Um, but that's one of the that's one of my favorite things. Normally, one of my favorite things to do. But um,
Hmm.
yeah, and funny enough, okay, so everywhere that I've been in the world, I have done different things. Like, say, for example, and I call them different lives, even though I only had, even though I only,
Yeah, we understand that. We understand the many different life situation. We get that. This is a group that understands that stuff.
I can, but
Multiple lives, yes.
so at one point, I played piano. At one point, I was a cook. At one point, I was a carny in the carnival.
Mhm.
Carney, what is a carney?
Yeah.
Oh,
What is a carny?
okay, so it's kind of hard to. All right, I'll give you the short version. When I was
Short person. Uh-huh.
young, I was given to a carnival, traveling carnival, and
Okay.
I
Wait,
basically
You
when
were
you were young?
performing in. So he was performing in carnivals. That's what it is. You go around and
When you
performing
were
in
young?
carnivals.
yes.
Wait. So what happened to your parents?
Okay.
Uh, okay, so I got into a car wreck, and they thought that I did it on purpose. So my
Mhm.
mother thought that it'd be best if I was not around anymore.
Mhm.
So they gave me
They
to
just give you away. Oh my
yeah, a
God.
guy named
Oh
Red,
my God.
and he. Okay, so basically, in a moving carnival, you move every 2 weeks, and
Right. Okay.
so basically, I was given to a guy named Red, and 2 weeks later, he ended up getting fired. So I was basically by myself, didn't have a place to live, and I just basically followed them.
Oh my God. How could your parents do that to you?
So
Go
your
ahead.
biological parents left you, is what you're saying. I hate to say that. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Yes.
sorry. That's
Well,
rough.
you can't really say biological,
They weren't
because
biological?
no, I was adopted.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. And but they
that's
gave you.
rough too.
Excuse
That's like,
me.
oh my gosh.
Well,
Yeah, that's rough.
there were
Oh.
us that were adopted. I have 5 brothers and 7 sisters. So
Okay. And now, was this the family? This wasn't the family you were traveling with military wise, right? This was, that was a different life that you were kind of dealing with then, right?
that was okay. So my father was one in the military, and my mother decided she didn't want to be with him no more. So she left him, and we left
Okay.
we left Europe and came back to the States.
Okay.
And then, of course, she found the new husband, and that's when everything went south.
So you lived with your dad, right?
No, well, I did for a short period of time,
Uh-huh.
but I mean, no, I lived with him while they were together and everything else. So I moved around with them and everything else. Started off in Hawaii, went to Minnesota,
Okay.
Virginia.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was
Hawaii.
I've never been
Yeah.
to Hawaii, so I'm like,
I've
oh my
never been to
God,
Hawaii either. Okay.
um, yeah, so went there to Virginia, to New York, Alabama, Mississippi, South Carolina, Germany,
Mm-hmm.
countries in Germany, and then came back to New York, and now I'm in Alabama again.
Okay. So
Wow, you've been
your
around.
majority of your travels were mainly in the United States, but you were traveling. I mean, you've gone to other places, and I mean, yeah, yes,
Gone
no,
to other
yes,
countries.
Almost.
yeah,
I mean, he said he went
almost,
to the Philippines, so he's been.
yeah. Philippines.
quite around,
Yep.
And
right?
you know,
So
the experience that I've never had is I've never traveled the United States. I'm still waiting to travel the United States.
you know what?
I've
I was
traveled everywhere
not
else.
a traveler when I
I
was
didn't
living
travel
there.
the
I was not
States.
a traveler.
I know nothing
I
about the
only went
States.
through the like I've only gone throughout the right side we would call the East Coast, right? We were on the East Coast, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes,
We were
that's
really. I've only gone through the East Coast side of the states. Like
that's
the
the
only
Okay,
place
yeah, no,
I've
I
been to,
haven't.
the
You've
the
been to
only
New
reason.
place
York,
I've been
right?
to on the West Coast is, yeah, I've been to New York
New
many
York,
times.
yeah.
It's very
Yeah,
close, right?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
So, but I've only been to California on the West Coast side.
Oh, I haven't done California, so you can fill me in.
Unbelievable.
No, I've
Okay,
never
Mike, go
been.
ahead.
I've never been. You
Down
know?
you have Appalachian Mountains, and those Appalachian Mountains are, they go through
Never
Tennessee.
been there. Okay.
That must be beautiful, hey?
I've been to Atlanta on that, or at least on the middle side, right? Of the
Georgia?
Okay.
states, right? Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, that
I've
is
been
a
there.
Atlanta is a hub for everything that goes, like say, in the surrounding state areas. Everything goes to that hub and then goes to wherever it's going. So if you have stuff that you need to send to like California, it'll go to Atlanta first.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay. I got you.
That's interesting. Okay.
I got you. Okay.
Yep.
Huh.
Also,
See,
big
I've
air.
been to
this is a
Atlanta,
great
Georgia.
conversation. I'm loving it. We need to have more international
I see.
conversations.
I
Where are
guess
the rest of
I
the
guess
people?
it's
Let's
nice
bring the
once in a while.
Japanese and the Koreans. Let's
I
bring
do.
them all on. That's what we should do. We
I
should
only
just
do
gather
PK
everybody.
matches. I only do PK matches on my live. So once in a,
What are
I would
PK
only go on
matches?
the things that I've been doing. You've seen me
Oh,
doing.
that's all you're
That's
doing
the
now?
only
That's
thing. All
well, it
I
probably
do.
generates the
Everything.
money, right? That's probably
I
like the.
don't make boxes like this.
This is
Because
so
I don't really
weird.
talk as much.
Oh,
When
I'm
I make my
sorry.
own room, when I do my own room, like I've tried doing boxes and doing it with my own room, but I couldn't really speak. I mean, I'm not. You know what? I'm uncomfortable speaking in my own room, but I
Oh,
come to
that's.
people's rooms
Oh,
and
I
come up on
see.
boxes like this.
But maybe because you have thousands of people watching you on a daily basis. So you
Yeah, but
know who's there watching you, right? Yeah. The
I don't like
smaller.
I don't like making boxes in my own room, but I do come to people's room and go
Yeah, that's
up on their boxes.
understandable.
Hmm.
I need to try the match thing too. I mean, we were talking about the matches, and before I left the
Try.
agency that I was involved, I keep on getting it wrong. What is it? Okay, let's talk about the matches. Where am I supposed to go when I go on the live? Where am I supposed to go to find putting the
Down
match
below,
together?
we don't have it. Down below, there's like a red and blue ring, and you can actually find people, any of your friends who are live. Like right now, live
That's
going on,
so
who
weird.
are on right now, and you can invite any one of them, like
So,
to
no,
play
hold
with
on a
you.
second. So when you go on, do you
Like
have to be
when you're
live
by
to do
yourself.
this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to be live. You have to be
Oh,
live
you have to be
yourself
live to
because you're
find
playing
these
against
little things.
another. Hmm.
Gotcha. So what you do is you go on, you check to see if the person has that little red dot or that little the circles or whatever you want to call it, and then
The
you
red
press
and blue
that.
circle and press, and you see who's on.
Yeah.
You can try to
Okay.
invite any one of them, see if they want to play with you.
So I have
Right?
on here, it says live match. What is it that I've done wrong? I mean, it says live match,
That is live
however.
match.
Oh,
It
this
is
is the right
live
setup.
match.
Okay, this is the
Driving.
right.
Okay,
Okay.
Mike. That's a live match. And
Okay.
actually, and by the way, just so you know, these things that Mike just gave on boxes, 30%
Yeah.
will go to you. 30% of the coins on boxes will go to you.
How does really
It'll make money. Hmm.
as a
Yeah,
host, or is it because
as a
of?
host,
Oh,
and
I
I get the 70.
see.
I get the wait, 30% to you, and I get like I think
See,
I get
you're teaching me stuff that I
50%
don't.
of the 70%. I think. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so this actually becomes. This is
Thank you,
crazy.
Mike.
I know. Thank you so much. Yeah, no,
That's
I
what you
don't.
think, Mike. That's a lot he gave you, by the way.
I
So
have
just so
no
you know,
idea. Oh, he was the one that was pressing all these buttons. Now I hear to
he was
stay on.
giving
I
you the
believe,
galaxy. Yeah.
but he gave you
What
the
is it?
galaxy.
And he
Or he
gave you the
gave us
Galaxy too, so you get the Galaxy, and then you get 30% from me too,
So how
from
does
the
this, so now these are
2010.
all the things, oh my God. So these are all the things I have absolutely no idea about. I've
Mm-hmm.
stopped, like I said, you know that I stopped doing the lives because I was hesitant because I somehow got myself into a mess with agency. But you said that I don't need to necessarily have 10,000 followers for that, right?
No, 1,000
So
is enough
why,
to get you on the line.
that is, well, not the live, but the actual agency. A
Oh, you
thousand.
don't need to have 10,000. You can have 1,000
So
as long as
why,
you're on. You can go live. You can get inside an agency. You
so
see what
now
I
my
mean?
question is, that is so weird. Why have people told me otherwise? Like I've gone to groups and these groups have said to me, you can only have an agency if you have 10,000 followers. Now I'm
1,000
like,
or
I don't.
1,000. 1,000 is true, but
Now,
I don't know
isn't
about
that weird?
10,000.
So people have been lying to me. They have been telling me wrong information, and this is why I need to speak to you because you know you know how this works, and
I mean, I've been on this
I'm
thing for
blind.
4 years now, so
May I stick with you, please? Would you mind if I stick with my high school friend because I'm scared to go on here
okay.
without it makes me very nervous. I am so nervous on TikTok. I had another page. The
Mm-hmm.
first page, an agency found me, right? And this
Mm.
agency found me because I was on Facebook and I was on the performance bonus. I don't know if I need to talk about this. So it became like this. It was great that I did live before I got to 100, but I felt very uncomfortable because it didn't feel right. And then I finally reached 1,000 on the second. I had to cancel the other agency. I not just cancel. I actually um, I deleted my other account. That's why we had to find each other on another. This is my new account. So I had
Mm-hmm.
another account before that, and then I had this account, and it just became a real
Alyssa,
problem.
welcome.
Welcome in. Thanks for popping over. Yeah, we're just doing a general chat, and it's also important for me to kind of learn about. Does anybody want to? Let's do this. Let's invite another guest. I don't know how long you have. I know you have to be working on this platform too, so I don't want to
Yeah,
distract you from
somebody just called me actually to come
your time. Yeah, to do your matches. I don't want to distract you from your
come
matches.
to.
So I'll let you go. You tell me when, and then
Okay,
you can do your
maybe
job.
another. Okay, maybe another 4 or 5 minutes. I'll be out. Is
Okay,
that okay?
perfect. Yes, absolutely.
We can
Because
talk. We can speak.
this is work. You need to work. This is your job. This is like, I'm still
One
learning
of
the
my
ropes.
jobs. It's not
One
really
of your
my job.
jobs.
So
Well,
my real job is still the one at the office.
yes,
Hello.
yes, yes, and
That's
of
my
course, of
real
course,
earnings. So this is just for
of
fun.
course, of
Side
course.
job.
But you've figured it out. You've been working hard at this, and I've been kind of off and on. One moment I'm doing the lives, and the next moment I've stopped because I also have the other channel that I'm doing. It starts with a UOYOU. Yeah, so
Okay.
it becomes a question of what am I capable of doing? But yeah, all these things have happened, and we're connecting. So I'm like, I have to do this now. I'm like, this
Yay!
has become a
Exciting.
responsibility.
Yay! Let's do
Why
more
don't you
of
bring
these.
everybody that
Yay.
we
La
can we
Fernandesa.
find our other friends from Indonesia and do like a whole chat on here? Are they on? Do you
Yeah,
know if they're on TikTok?
yeah. I mean, those people who just gave you gifts
Are they on
before, now they're
TikTok?
gone. They're
Yeah.
all people on TikTok. Obviously, they're giving gifts. Like
No,
my
no, no, but
agency owner could have come up and talked to you actually
yeah,
before,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess
yeah,
he
yeah.
didn't.
But
He
but but
doesn't speak
also,
English that well, by the way.
oh, that's okay. That's okay. We understand this whole mixed
Uh-huh.
conversation in different languages.
Uh-huh.
See, you're the
Uh-huh.
translator. You're you're
Right.
the perfect person to connect the dots
To
with.
connect. Right.
But also, our friends from high school are I guess they're not on
They're not
TikTok,
a
right?
lot of Indonesians. A lot of my school friends. I mean, a lot of my real life Indonesian friends. They're not really on TikTok, but I meet friends
Oh, it's
here inside. So
yeah,
yeah.
I hear you. Isn't it? So this is a rare situation. That's why I was like, what are we
Uh-huh.
doing
I'm so
on
happy to see
TikTok?
you here. Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like high school.
Okay, different kind of high school.
A
I
different
guess
kind of
different
high
kind of.
school, yes. We're
Yeah.
doing a whole different scenario here. But listen, I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
take you away from what you're supposed to be doing, so I don't want to
Okay.
distract you from. This was so
I'll,
good. We have to do some more conversations, but
okay.
next time I'm going to try. So you said
Sure.
that there's like a
I'll
little
come next time
circle.
again. I'll come up. What is
But
it?
then I also want to do the matches. I want to try the matches. I don't know if I have enough people because somebody also said you need to have more than the people that I have as match people. So I don't know. Is that true? Is it like is people talking
You
bogus
can
talk again with me?
you can pick anyone on your friends list if they're on if they want to do matches with you. Or you can pick random people too. By the way, there's a choice of picking random people to play with you, and you can meet
So
random people and talk with them one on one. I suppose
so now hold
while
on a second.
being
Okay.
gifted.
So let's go back into it. So we go down to match area, right? No,
Yeah,
we so
live match
I'm
thing.
on the right thing. I'm on the right thing. So do I have
I think
to
on the
say for instance?
left hand side, there's a red and blue thing that you could click on, and you can
Yeah,
find
okay.
people,
So
and you
I
can
don't
find
know
people you can
why
play with, and I can
you
find
can
you there, and you can
find
find me
people.
there. Yeah, and play with
Not
them.
a
But
Oh, I
now, but we're on boxes
see.
now. We can't do it. We're on boxes
I
now. You can't do it.
see.
You have to be by
So
yourself.
that's I see. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, that makes more sense because ah
Okay.
okay, so it's that little I see the circles. It says hosts. Is that
Yes,
what I'm looking at here? So it says
I
hosts
think so. I
and
think
that's the
that's what it is.
button.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I
On the
press
very
that
left
button
side, on the
on
very
the
left
left. And it has
bottom
two links. It's
side.
a link, right? Yeah, it's a
It's a
link.
link,
Okay.
like the circle. Okay.
Okay, that's
Okay.
good to know. Thank you.
Am I? Can I go now?
Yes, you
Oh,
can
I don't want to leave you,
absolutely
but
go. No, no,
okay.
no, no. Do your thing. You do your thing. This is awesome. I also have
Because I'm
stuff I
actually
need to do.
coming over to my friend's
You do it. You do
so
your
it's not
thing.
like
Okay.
I'm doing my shit, but I'm
Have a wonderful
okay.
day. This is so
Okay.
exciting. I love
You
talking to
too.
you. Oh my gosh, it was so
It's
cool.
it's
Okay,
actually night
cool.
time. I'm gonna go to sleep later. So okay. Bye.
Yeah, go, go,
Have
go, go,
yourself
go,
a
go.
good day. Okay. Bye.
Hey, same to you.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.